We're going to introduce each other from now on like that.
Well, we're the Hope guys. So that's all you really need to know.
So Eli's actually has an inspiration, and he wants to share about having our lives be led by our word. So
I have a coach. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I feel anybody that's really up to something big in life. I mean, think about Olympic athletes. They have coaches, star athletes, star performers. Everybody that's really up to something has a coach. So that's one thing you might want to look at for yourself, but that's not even what I'm talking about. So I was talking to my coach today, and he was asking me about some of the things that are going on in my life. And I was talking to him about how, so there's huge things happening inside of Hope and the relationships that we're creating, and it's just amazing. And he says, well, what's happening? And I said, well, what's happening is there's a whole bunch of different pieces, and I'm still trying to figure out how it all comes together. And I would imagine that could maybe, capture a lot of people in their lives as far as whatever it is you're doing. You probably have like a lot of parts, and you're wondering how it's all going to work out, how it's all going to come together. And he said something very straight to me. He said, well, Eli, it's just obvious. You have no word in it. I said, what do you mean I have no word in it? I'm in it. And he says, yeah, you're in it, but you haven't given your word to how it's going to turn out. And right away I said, well, how can I give my word to how it's going to turn out? He says, no, you can give your word to your commitment inside of it. And regardless of what shows up, you stay true to that commitment. So where in your life do you have word in the matter, or do you have a commitment to see what you're out to actually happen? And where in life are you just watching and waiting and seeing what might happen?
That's where I like this word responsibility. If you break the word responsibility down, it means the ability to respond. And, we can't always, Warner Earhart said, you can't always control what happens to you, but you can control your reaction to that thing that happened. So, being at Cause for Life doesn't mean we can't expect the unexpected. It means we can be responsible for how we respond to things. And I think a lot of times we get into blame, or we get into, well, that's not my responsibility. Someone else is going to do that. That's not me. Well, real responsibility is taking control of our lives with our word, which is what he just said. Having our word actually mean something and make a difference in the course of the direction. Because if we're always at effect of what's around us and effect of other people's creating life, well, we're never going to have a say, because it's always going to be like, well, I'm not sure, it's not going to work out, what if it fails, all that stuff. If we commit to our word, we just have it that it works out. And then when it's all said and done, we've got what we got, and we don't got what we don't got, and there's nothing to make up about it. That's just what it is.
So we want you to know that we have a word in the matter of Hope being a message and a platform that's going to be available to the world. And we have a word in the matter of making a difference for you and the people that you care about and the communities that you want to impact. And we have a word in having you win.
By the way, if we let circumstances shape our perspective, like, listen, there's 3 people on the live stream right now. Like
yeah, we may as well quit. We're obviously not doing it.
We're not doing it, but straight up, like, we're putting together some extraordinary deals, some extraordinary opportunity, and some extraordinary impactful campaigns. So I just want you to know, in this moment, it looks like 3 people are here. Man, we're failing. We're failing. I should just turn my computer off. I should crawl back in bed, and woe is me, and this whole thing's a failure. But the reality is we know that's not true, because we're putting together things that are going to impact millions of people. And I'm not ashamed to say that. Like, that's just what's up. That's what we're doing.
Yeah, because we are standing in that our word to ourselves matters, because our word to you matters.
Mm.
So come and play in this type of an environment. Come play in that game with us. Come play in the game of you give your word to what you want to see happen in the world. And that game's happening tonight, 7:00 on our mastermind call.
Every Tuesday, and I'm just dropping it in below. You join us. We're creating teams. We're gonna have a hope party. We're gonna have a huge party. We're gonna celebrate what makes life great, and we're gonna empower people. We're gonna empower you in what you're up to, what's important to you, whether you're in it to make a difference in relationships, whether you're trying to make an impact in another country, or whether it's families, or it's drug and alcohol addiction. Like, listen, we're all out to make the world a better place, and the economy is shifting to support this type of paradigm where people are creating businesses that create an impact, and we want to help you make that impact, and that's what Hope is all about.
Can't say any more than that. We look forward to seeing you all tonight.
Thank you for joining us.